Today we're going to talk about how to properly install a tilt windshield on an MSU 500-700. The first keys that on this windshield is to use a number 4 and number 5 Allen key wrench. You're going to receive your windshield that looks like this. When you open it up, your hardware should be there along with your 2-piece windshield. Once you get the hardware, you should have the hardware in front of you. You locate the first part of the clamp, second part of the clamp, along with your shims that go in between the clamps, your wing nuts to tighten up both of these tilt brackets, your hardware for the windshield, and your other part of the bolts and nuts. After that, you're gonna separate all the bolts and nuts. You have washers, torque washers, long neck bolts, and Allen key hardware screws with nuts and bolts as well. First thing you want to cut is your rubber shims. You don't want to install the whole piece on it because it won't fit. Cut them in half, make them even for both sides. You're gonna have a total of 6 of them. This is how the clamps are going to be put together, along with the Allen bolts and nuts. And the top part of it is going to have the different type of long neck bolts with the nuts, along with your shims that go in between the clamps on all 4. You want to tightly secure the clamps onto the roll bar. The bottom part goes first. Make sure you have your shims in between, nice and firm. The top part of it is going to go also facing sideways. As you can see, the bottom part, those bolts have to be facing forward. Next thing you know, you're going to grab the number 5 Allen key. Those are used to tighten up both sides of the clamps, along with the nut to secure the number 4 Allen bolt. The nut on the other end should fit firmly on the shaped space there. Same thing goes to the other 2. Now on this one, as you can see, it's on to the side, so fit the nut into the space of that bracket. Same thing goes to the top part of it as well. Next thing is you want to locate 12 of these number 4 Allen bolts along with your torque washers. Those are going to be installed onto the windshield. The first part of the windshield is the bottom part. As you can see, we're installing the number 4 bolts onto the bottom brackets, clamps on both sides, left and right. There's 2 on each side. And with the number 4 Allen key, you want to secure them. Don't tighten them up yet. Next is your tilt bracket. Tilt bracket is also uses a number 4 bolt with the torque washer and the bolt. The other bracket alongside of it is the one that you attach to the windshield. Same goes to the other side. They go inward on the windshield, as you can see here. This is the hook brackets. The hook brackets also attach on to the windshield towards the inside. You want to have the hook latch on to the top part. Same thing, you use a number 4 to secure it. Don't tighten up yet. And you do the same thing to the other side. They both take 2 bolts on each bracket. Just keep in mind they have to go inward towards the inside of the windshield. Now you're ready to install this upper part of the windshield. Now keep in mind those hook brackets that I mentioned earlier, those are installed left to right. Do not install both of them at the same time. You want to have some layaway, that way they can hook and snap on. Once it's snapped on, you want to go ahead and use the second part of that long neck screw to the top part of that hook bracket, as you can see here. Same goes to the other side as well, top part of it. That's just to firmly secure that hook bracket in place. Now you want to go ahead and insert this wing nut in the inner space of that tilt bracket. That way it could firmly secure onto the half part of the clamps. Same thing goes to the other side. Now you want to go ahead and secure that bolt there, because like I said, you don't want to go ahead and tighten all bolts yet. Once you have your windshield on, this is how it works with the tilt brackets. Once everything is in place, you want to go ahead and tighten up all the screws using the number 5 for the bolts on the brackets on the clamps of the windshield, and the number 4 for the nuts and bolts that go on to the windshield, as you can see here. Now I'm going to show you the 3 levels of the tilt. You have your mid-range tilt for the windshield, and you have your full range tilt. on the windshield. And that's how it should look after completing all the bolts and the nuts being tightened.